those of you that have paid attention to me for a while, and maybe you haven't, maybe you've heard this, maybe you haven't, but I'm on a countdown, the number of projects I have left in my career. A number of years ago, after having a lot of discussion in terms of this development of certain way in who I am and what our company is, I came to realize that there's just so many years that I can do it the way that I do it. Now, I could be involved in the industry and building pools for a long, long time, but in the iteration of what I'm doing now, which is heavily involved in the project as well as designing the project, I realized that I had a limit, just physically, mentally capable, ability capable. So I started counting down the projects. I had arrived at the number of projects that were left, and I started counting backwards. And the reason being twofold was to know that there's an end date, number one, because when you own your own business, it's not like you retire. It's not like there's a pension at the end where you finally have a retirement day and you're done. If you're a corporate person and you're fortunate enough to quote unquote retire and you have all of those things, that's like an end date. For me in the industry, I never that didn't exist. I would just work till whenever. So I put a limit on it, said I have X number of projects left. Based on now and based on the projects that we're doing and how many projects a year, as our projects have gotten bigger, the numbers of projects per year have gone down. I'm forecasting another 10 years or 11 years, and my numbers will diminish to 0 and I'll be done. And I'm committed to being done at that point. And I think what's happened is it's allowed me to be a little more selective in what I want to do, first off, which I think is really good. It's easy for someone in the office to say, are you sure you want that to be your number 42? If it doesn't feel right. Because sometimes I get into it and I just want to do it because I want to do it. But it's helped me understand that I don't have to do those projects if I don't want to. Do I really want that to be my last 40th project or my last whatever? So that's really helped. But if I put myself 10 years from now or 11 years from now when I've finished all of those and know that that part of my career is over, the next steps for me, and I because people know me and I'm willing to talk about it, I get the question all the time, well, what happens to you at that point? It kind of doesn't matter. Whatever comes next comes next. If it's, we have opportunities all over the place with everything we're doing is just full of opportunity. Whether it's coaching, teaching, marketing, you name it, designing, there's 1,000 ideas that I'll worry about then. I will be thrilled to mark down and go and finish number 1. Because that to me is the ending of one book chapter and starting a brand new chapter. Where I go, I have no idea. It'll be in the industry. There's no plan for me until the day I die is to leave the industry. I'm in it. I love it. I'm a part of it no matter what happens. What's next beyond all this? Ask the pool guy and stuff. And it's been a whirlwind crazy number of years for me with the recognition part and becoming more aware of being known in the industry, that there will always be an opportunity. And when that time comes, we'll see what happens. But right now I'm loving doing this, and I'm loving counting on the projects, but I'm loving each project as I go. And I'm not in a hurry to get to the next one. I want to love the one I'm working on. So if that number ends up 15 years, then it does, or 20 years, but I doubt that it would go that far. But I want to just love the thing, that living in moments. I heard someone recently say, I don't live in time, I live in moments. I kind of do that. I live in pool projects. And my life sort of goes pool project to pool project, and I love that, and I wouldn't change that for anything.